Another very interesting feature in Word 2007, and this has been around for a little while now, is the use of smart tags. And just the smart tag capability has been enhanced and expanded in the Office 2007 line of products. And I want to point out how to, one, turn them on, and then two, how they can be used. The idea of smart tags is that it identifies pieces of text or elements in your Word documents, and then it can cross-reference that with other sources of information. So for example, you can type in a name, and then you get a little button next to that name, the Smart Tag Action button, and you can click on that button and then insert the address that is pulled from Outlook's database of addresses. So before I talk about it anymore, just want to first identify how to turn on smart tags, because it may or may not be turned on your installation by default depending on some of the setup options. And on mine, in fact, it wasn't, because, well, I got my copy from Microsoft. At any rate, here's how to turn it on. Go to the Outlook button and then click on Word Options. And then from Word Options, you want to click on the display grouping here. I'm sorry, not the display, the proofing grouping is what I'm trying to get out here. But click on the proofing button here, and then go to your autocorrect options. And then in the autocorrect options dialog box here, which will be in many times throughout this tutorial, but you want to look for the Smart Tags tab, which is kind of a tongue twister, but Smart Tags here, so make sure that is selected. And then make sure this is selected. Label text with smart tags. And then you get to select from this list what you want to have identified. Date, financial symbols, measurement converters, person's name for Outlook email recipients, and so on, telephone numbers, time, and so on. So click on OK, click on OK again. Now if I do something like this, and when you're done typing the name here, if I press Enter on the keyboard, you can see that this element here, the name, has a little purple or pinkish underline, just a little dotted underline. And that's just an indicator that the Smart Tag actions have recognized this as a name and now have some other information that it could add about this very element. So what you need to do here is just hover the mouse over the Smart Tag button, and then you can click on the drop-down list here, so Smart Tag Actions. So you can send a mail, schedule a meeting, open a contact, add to contacts, insert the address, and stop recognizing that particular name as a person name and or as a smart tag, and then go ahead and go back to your Smart Tag options. So once again, the idea here is to save you typing. So if you're typing a letter and you want to then insert the address, then you can. So if I clicked here, then Outlook opens, if it's not open already, but the information, insert address, comes from my data store that's in Outlook, in this case right here. Now if you go to your Smart Tag options, you notice that there's also a place where you can go add more smart tags to your Word program. And when you click on more smart tags, you're actually taken out to a website here. And that website looks like this. So here is the Smart Tags overview. It again kind of explains what happens with smart tags, what the purpose of smart tags are. But moreover, you can also get more smart tags, so you can use the smart tags to grab information from other places besides just your own stores of information, like, for example, Outlook. For example, whitepages.com can add a smart tag. And for example, with whitepages.com, you could type a name or address or phone number, and then you could use the smart tag icon to quickly insert a map or an address that corresponds, and the information comes from whitepages.com. So as you can see, it's a very handy technology. I recommend that one, you turn on the smart tags, which you now know how to do, and two, that you put those to use to save you time with your documents.